Okay, we are planting a mint plant, and we've already planted some tomato plants. Okay, this is a pink brandy wine, and my wife, my lovely wife, is getting ready to plant this spearmint plant, and we're going to share with you what we've learned. All right, she's going to break up the bottom of that root ball a little bit. Okay, this is pretty tight. This is pretty tight, so we're just gonna kind of pull this loose a little bit around. All right. Okay. Now we prepared this hole, and we've taken a mixture of Epsom salts to a gallon of water. Okay, and we poured it into the hole. We're gonna mist the plant with Epsom salts spray. And we have taken rabbit droppings from the rabbits we've raised, and we've made our own potting soil with coffee grounds, the rabbit droppings, and some of this Epsom salt. Okay. Now she's going to go around that, packing it, and then she's going to create a reservoir at the base of this. Okay. Now we're going to help it out by, I'm just going to kind of tamp it down here to create a reservoir. Okay. Now you can do this with the shovel. All right. Now we've also prepared, taken our potting soil, because we're also going to be planting these wildflowers that for attracting hummingbirds and butterflies. What a deal. All right, now I'm going to take this cage I showed in my other video. All right, my camera turned off, so I was unable to show it complete. But this is how I closed the top. Okay, it was open on one side, so I cut the other side. I folded it down. I folded the other one over, and then you just use these ends here, these loose ends, for ties. Okay, you just take this wire and push it in, and then fold it, all right, and it just ties right in there. So now she's going to mist it with the mixture of Epsom salts and water, and this is supposed to add greenery for your tomatoes. It'll make them sweeter. All right, so she's misted that down now with the bottle. Okay, now we're going to put this over it. Okay, as I'm catching a leaf. Now I will make this bigger as necessary. All right, but here it is. Okay, here's the top, then sides, then around the base of the screen. We are going to just kind of put dirt around it, pack it in a little bit carefully, and then we're going to germinate some of these wildflowers. Okay, in this potting soil we made with coffee grounds and the rabbit droppings, and see how they work in the house. All right, I've kind of got this leaf pulled down here, so I'm going to get it up. This limb. All right, and so we'll see. Have to update now. We've got this brandy wine tomato plant. All right. Then we've got this spearmint, which would be good in your cold teas, hot teas, and smoothies or whatever else. Okay. This is the potato plant. Look at the plant. This thing is out of control, and that's a good thing. Look, It's out. See the old wise owl back in the back. It's outgrown that owl. My last video, it was barely above. Now you can see here that this potato plant's taken off, and none of the animals like it.
Which is a good thing, because we have a hard
Which is a good thing, because the reason I'm putting tops on all of these cages, plant cages that I've made, that I show you how I made this in my first video I just uploaded, okay? That'll be part 1, this will be part 2. This is the potatoes. This is...
That is the Cherokee purple.
This is a Cherokee purple tomato plant we just planted yesterday. And these are the cages. I'm going to cover the top of this, okay?
This is the mountain merit.
And this is the mountain merit. Our cages, our plants are well protected. And this is a mountain merit. Nothing's going to climb inside.
And this one is your red beefsteak.
And this is the red beefsteak.
And none of them are hybrids.
And none of these are hybrids. This one is actually, I believe that's the organic.
No, the organic is this purple.
Okay, the only organic one we have is this one. And this is the mountain merit. And these are not hybrids, none of them. So here's the cages. Now the wiring here, you see 2 layers of wiring. I made this here, this one is lath and plaster. This is the lath. I took the paper off of my lath, and this is the lath wire. Looks like heavy chicken wire. Then this is the chicken wire I had, so I just recovered it, and that should prevent the squirrels from getting in, because we have ground squirrels. And this is the chicken wire that I used to cover it with, that I'm going to make tops for the other ones. Now, what I would suggest, the best plant cage is to use this 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch screening that you see here. All right, this is sturdy, and nothing's going to get through that. I have no concerns about squirrels getting in here unless they dig under. And so I'm going to create the top using the chicken wire, and I'm going to close it in like I have here. All right, and then this hasn't been covered with the chicken wire yet, because the rabbits and the squirrels don't want to bother it. That's a good thing. All right, but this mint, I think that is a delicacy for the rabbits and squirrels. So hopefully these holes are small enough, and if not, I'm going to have to trade it out with the 1/4 inch screening that I have here, that I'm going to be making tops for this as well. All right, so who's in the chat? And then my wife's going to, she's going to put some seeds, some of these wildflower seeds, into these homemade potting soil with these little containers.
Start here, bro.
And she's just loosening the ground there. Who's in the chat? Who do we have the pleasure of hanging out with us? Okay. So 1 teaspoon of Epsom salt to a gallon of water. 1 to 2 teaspoons, okay, of Epsom salts per gallon. All right. Then we're going to kind of plant these wildflowers around. And she's preparing the soil now, because it says it'll come down about 2 inches.
Well, it's not 2 inches.
All right. Now,
It is 8 to 1/4.
8 to 1/4 of an inch. But they want you to dig down and loosen that soil about 2 inches, so that the roots have somewhere to kind of go without any resistance. Now, while she's doing that, I will show you the hummingbird feeder that will soon be attracting the hummingbirds. Here we go. There's the hummingbird feeder. And this will soon be attracting hummingbirds. And you put in it's 1 part sugar to 4 parts water. So I took 2 cups of sugar and I added a 1/2 cup of sugar to 2 cups of water. And that's how I did the mixture. That would be 1/4 cup of sugar per cup. That would be 4 to 1. 1 part sugar, 4 parts water. All right, and that's how you do that. I just got it hanging, took a wire, running it around the limb, and it just hooks right into it. What a deal. All right, then up here, you know, I've created little perches for them to sit on up here if they want to. Give them a little rest. All right, and they've got, you know, other places here they can rest as well. But there you go. All right, now.
Now we're hoping that the wildflowers work. If they don't, they don't. Not a big deal.
Okay, who do we have with us? Out West Homestead. Thanks for dropping in, Out West Homestead. This is the first gardening I've done in many years. And what we learned about the Epsom salt recently, we've also learned, or from research, is that if you have problems with your critters, your squirrels, rabbits, you put down baking soda on the ground around your plants. The baking soda is also supposed to keep them away from your plants. So that's yet to be determined. I have no clue. It's just what we've read. And I've heard about Epsom salts for years. I've never really used it. And now these little buckets here is potting soil we've made from rabbit droppings, dirt, and coffee grounds. I think my wife's put a little sprinkle of the Epsom salts in there. And so that's something we've learned. Do you know anything about that? Out West Homestead. Yeah, it hasn't been proven. I can't say, you know, that the baking soda is a for sure thing, but if it works, that's great. I mean, you know, I hope it does work, because I know I planted a 30 by 15 garden, and in about, well, I used half of that. I used 15 by 15, and the rabbits and squirrels had it eaten up in like 2 weeks. I was in unbelief. We had these pre-starters. We spent like $200 or more on pre-starters, and then I sprouted some, and yeah, it was really frustrating. Don't you have some? I believe out at your homestead, you've done some gardening. You have, from if I remember right, you've got a pretty good little garden growing.
Pretty much done.
Okay, she's got that area planted. I'm going to do the area over here.
Right here.
Yeah. All right, this is update on the potato plant. This potato plant has taken off like crazy. I am like so impressed.
Seems to be the one thing the animals don't want to eat.
Yeah, I wonder if they're like, if it's poisonous to them or something, or tastes bad, because they don't like it. Oh, but on that note, something we can eat out here, it's wild mustard. I'm going to show you the flower, if I can get it in my viewer. This is wild mustard. There it is in the viewer. Alright, you can put this in your salads actually. And I'm going to Turn this camera around. Alright, this is wild mustard. This is the flower. This is what the plant looks like up close and personal. These flowers bloom bigger than what you're looking at. Alright. And this is a young one. But these leaves, they if you get mature ones, they grow seed pods. And the seed pods I used to eat when I was a kid. About that. And the time I'd be going through a field and they'd have these wild mustard flowers. I wasn't sure, but I had a friend stop and chew on one like, wait a minute, you can't eat that. And I'm a kid. He's going, yes, you can. He's chewing it. You know, he grabs some more and starts eating them. What are you doing? You're going to get sick. And he's like, no, they're good. He learned it somewhere. And so I stuck one of the seed pods in my mouth, and it tasted like a mild radish. And I'm like, what? You know, so every time spring I'd be going through a field where these were growing. Where? These are the shapes of the leaves. The leaves look like. And anyways, I'd eat a few on my way through the field. So this is a leaf. You could put this in a salad. I'm going to eat it. The leaves actually taste like a very mild radish. They're kind of spicy. They have a slight little burn, sting to them. And they're actually really good. And I'm going to have to make a salad and throw some in there. Now, I'm going to show you some more. Look right here. These go wild. Now, first they have kind of a dirty taste, but they're good. They're nice and spicy. Personal. Okay, this is the plant. I'm going to have to zoom in. I'm going to have to turn my camera around and show you these. Okay. So now I'm going to turn this camera around. Alright, here we go. This is them there. For those that don't know. Alright. I'm going to make sure it's wild mustard. Don't want nobody getting sick. There's also another name for these plants, for the wild mustard. I think there's a cousin to them as well. But these are them. And then here's a clear picture of the leaf. And these young ones, you can see these little ends right here. Alright. And like I said, they get bigger and more mature. They'll get seed pods on them. But these don't seem to get seed pods. I haven't seen the seed pods on these. But these grew in the valley where I grew up out in California, just out around town, between the houses, in the fields. But that's kind of cool. Wild mustard plants. There's another name for them. I just forget what it is. Should have done the research and had that information now. Who's in the chat with us? My wife's continuing to plant these wildflowers for the hummingbirds and butterflies. So we're hoping to.
And no, we're not being very scientific about it. I mean, they come up. That's great.
And just got to keep them watered. It's still cool. This is the coolest summer, beginning of summer we've had, or spring. Usually it's really warm by now out here in this California desert. And we're kind of planting them around the tomato plants, a potato plant. And this wildflowers come with fertilizer built into it. And but my wife's hoping that it attracts the butterflies. And like I was just showing, we have a hummingbird feeder. Okay, and then we've got the tomato plant here. We just planted yesterday. It's a pre-starter. I got to put a top on this with the chicken wire, okay, and then close it like I did here. All right. And they're slow but sure. It looks like he's right in the way of our flowers, so I'm going to have to move him back and reposition him because he's taking up the majority of the space at the moment. But we're going to tuck him away right over here in the corner. Now he's tucked away in the corner, and we can plant these wildflowers all around. And should be lots of fun. Now here's our little guy. He's kicking back right here. He's just playing it cool. Oh, Rocky Raccoon right there. He's saying, "Hey, what's up?"
I got lots of characters.
And then here is Henry the Hippo. What's up? And I think this is my wife's favorite. Oh, Peter the Rabbit. Oh, Mr. Rabbit. Isn't he pretty cool?
Hoot owl.
Yeah. The hoot owl? Yeah, that's an old wise owl. And, they got to keep watch over things. And see my wife sprinkling down this Epsom salt into the soil. That will make your tomatoes sweeter and greener. The Epsom salts will.
I want to know what you do with the tomato plants in the winter. You don't have to replant them.
I think you got to cover the tomato plants so you can regrow them the following spring. All the animals, aren't they? They're kind of cool. Yeah, my wife kind of favored them. I think they're cool. So I got to put them in the video, They got to be a part of the show.
Here, down here.
Yeah, then I don't have to go far to go hunting. I can go on my own deer hunt. Look. Don't have to go far. Well, not Bambi. We leave Bambi alone. So they're safe. They're in a good spot right here. But getting that wild flowers growing. If nothing else, the wild flowers will look pretty cool growing out here, that's for sure, around all these plants. It brings in the butterflies, that's cool too. And we talk about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the moon up above.
That's it.
And
We
the
got
thing
plenty
called
of
love.
seeds left. If they come up, they come up. And we got plenty of seeds left. And if they come up, they come up. If they don't, well, deal with it.
And we've had fun.
Yep.
And got to share. We were able to share it with you right here on
So
YouTube.
now it's just watering.
Now it's time to get out the water. And how cool is that?
What do you want me to do with the rest of the seeds?
Let's put them away somewhere. You'll find a special place. All right. There goes my fireplace mantle right there. There's my fireplace mantle. Isn't that cool? Real rock. you got this. We got those from Lowe's, right?
No.
The no. The flowers. Yes, we got those flowers from Lowe's.
Yeah. Talking about my rocks.
Um,
My home.
yeah, no, we were at Lowe's yesterday when we picked up the tomato plants, and my wife's like, "Oh, we're gonna get that hummingbird feeder. Let's get some flowers for the bring in butterflies." And the package said for butterflies and hummingbirds, and so it's like cool. It's a win-win. And we got those from Lowe's yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, if it works, it works. If it works, it works. That's great. And if it don't, it's, you know.
Been a learning curve. Been fun.
Hopefully, what I'm looking forward to is the tomatoes.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to
She's wanting to make stuffed tomatoes. Isn't that a cool rock? That comes from Arizona. Not from Arizona. That comes from Nevada.
Which one?
This one. That came from Nevada.
That's my home rock.
And this is one from Arizona. Right there. That stepping stone right there is Arizona rock. My wife's family's from there, and they had some in their front yard.
Your wife is from there.
My wife's from there. But anyways, that stepping stone, this is part of our step. And that comes from Arizona. Kind of cool. You have a hose over there. And so yeah. So hopefully, isn't it? I kind of think that's cool. Her family had some of these in their yard, and so we grabbed. They gave us, grabbed it, and used it for our step right there. And it's yeah, gives her a piece of her home right here, you know. Hey, Elf Lords, been a long time, bro. I was just looking at those pictures you sent me the other day. I need to get the frame for them and bring it back up on YouTube and say, remember this with your pictures in a frame. I was just thinking about that here just yesterday. And glad you're here. How you been? Do you know Out West Homestead? That's Mrs. Williams. Whoops. Oh, you've been traveling. All right, so you probably have some really nice footage then, for sure. I ever get out your way, I don't know. Hold on one second. You need to turn that off. You need to turn that off. You need to turn that off. Turn off the radio. Turn off the radio. Okay, good. We don't want YouTube messing around with the background noise. So, anyways, went to Mexico. All right. Did you get any footage? Drone footage? What part of Mexico? But anyways, what I was saying, I ever get out your way, you know, I have to hit you up and let you know that, you know, I'm in your area. Maybe we could do a collab or something. But I don't know if or when that'll happen. I'm just saying if. No clue when. But don't have any drone. Went on a cruise. Oh, really? I'm assuming you've got some sort of on that. That would be really nice footage. Being on the boat being off the boat, you know, I'm jealous. My wife and I've talked about going on a cruise, just timing isn't good, and you know, I'm happy for you. That's great. Yes, 3 videos are up. Oh, okay, I'll have to hit your channel. I'll have to check that out. Uh, I got a class I go to on Monday nights, and I've they've gone live, and I wasn't wanting them to go live on a few of my videos. It's cool, you know, people get free information that way. Mexico is the cheapest to do. Yeah, we were kind of looking at that, but my wife takes care of her mom, and so it's kind of hard to get away. But yeah, definitely keep that in mind, and they might have some summer deals, I'm thinking, maybe.
Off season's cheaper.
And I guess my wife's saying off season's cheaper. But we were also looking at possibly going off into the, what's that called? International waters. They have cruises that take you over into the international waters, and then they do a weekend thing where they just kind of hang out over there, and you're just on the boat. But I don't think I'd want to spend a cruise trip on the boat 24/7. You know, I'm not into partying, so staying on that boat for a couple days doesn't really do it for me. You know. But I guess if you know you're into partying and you want to go hang out on the boat for a couple days, that'd be a different story. But that doesn't really work for me. But going to Mexico would be fun. That really would. And most ships head to Alaska in the summer. That would be one heck of a cruise. That would be like the ultimate cruise right there, going to Alaska. You could get some great footage too, photo shots and footage. Yeah, Alaska cruise would be a very good. You could get a lot of footage that way, and have a good time. You know, might even be able to do some fishing. I like fishing. I haven't done much lately, but I need to do some more videos. I've got a couple lakes around here. I also have a hot springs up here in the mountains. It's about an hour and a half, maybe 2-hour walk. And I was wanting to do that last summer, never got around to it. But I'm thinking here in the next week or two, I ought to, before it gets too hot, go up to the hot springs. There's also cliffs beyond the hot springs I've never been to. This is it's a newer phone. I'm going brain dead at the moment. It's the newest phone, Android. It's a 7.1. It'll get all the updates. My last phone wouldn't have got them. And I can't really check it at the moment. Yeah, off the top of my head, I don't remember. Let me see. It's back here. It's an LG. It's one of the newest LGs, but the brand name, I'm not sure. I had the Blade before that, and this is the upgrade from the Blade. But and I think my camera setting is at like 720, I believe. It might be 780, 1080. No, I think it's 720 is where my settings are at. I believe. I think it's 720. Yeah, but I'm pretty happy with it. I haven't cracked it or broke it yet. Give me 4 months and I'll destroy a phone most of the time. Unbelievable. My wife's so frustrated. Not funny. No, it's the Move. The phone, it looks like splices. Oh. Like if I do this, It might be my internet connection. I just had to reboot it before I went live because it wasn't going live. It's my connection. I need to get with my carrier, with Metro, and they need to hook me up to a tower that isn't so busy, I believe. Are you still... Oh, Susie, Elf's Lord's Journey saying, are you still here? Or are you saying issues? No, are you still here? No, you're not saying issues. I believe it's the towers. I'm out west homestead. Yes, Susie says she is. Yeah, I think it's my towers. My tower's too congested. I don't have the signal I should have. Because for the first time I tried to go live and it kept throwing me out. So I had to reboot. But you see what I'm talking about. Videos like splices. I see a nice, clear, clean picture. I see a really good picture. It's either my internet connection or it's your internet connection. And I'm thinking it could be mine. I'm just not sure. So you must have just got back recently there, Elf Lord's Journey. It's like you said. I'm going to have to go back and look at the... Hold on. I've got another phone. Let me see what it looks like on my other phone. Let me see. My wife got my other phone where she didn't know it was down there. Well, here's the hummingbird feeder while I'm checking this other phone. So here, soon we'll have some hummingbirds coming. Get some footage of that. And I want to check, see what you guys are seeing right now. Let's see. Checking. Okay, let's see. My wife looks mad on the thumbnail. She wasn't. No, my wife looks mad on the thumbnail. She wasn't. This is really clear. I don't know what you're able to see. There you go. Yeah, so my screen's fine over here. It must be your signal that's causing it to come in that way. This is really clear. I don't know if you're able to see. Yeah. Yeah. So if you're unable to, is everybody seeing this clear, or are you? My screen's fine over here. It must be your signal that's causing it. Hey, Zebra Reviews. Haven't seen you for quite some. Thank you for coming to my live stream. How you doing? Zebra's coming to us from the UK, and she has a very good channel. She's going to school and she does different things and does reviews. And Zebra Elf Lord's Journey, he's an artist and he does a lot of drawing and artwork. He also does drone videos. He just took a cruise and he has footage from his cruise. Elf Lord's Journey does. Well, good. How do you like school? She just started school to become an occupational or a physical therapist. And I think you're really gonna like your job. You can volunteer. I left you a video message comment a while back telling you can volunteer while you're going to school and get on the job training, and then that can actually turn into a paid job while you're going to school. I don't know if you're aware of that. At least you're able to do that here in the States. I'm assuming Europe would have the same type of thing available. I don't know. Good. I thought you would. If you haven't checked into volunteering yet at one of the hospitals or convalescent homes or rehabilitation centers, you might want to look into volunteering. Let them know you're going to school, and you can go there and get on-the-job training. And like I said, many times it turns into an actual job where they're paying you at a certain point while you learn, and it's a win-win-win. And then a lot of times that's the door to be hired by them as the end result. Not always, but you know, it creates a bigger opportunity for that. At least here in the States. I don't know how Europe works, but I would assume it would be available to you there as well, I would assume. My other phones. We do, but we have to have a okay. Well, that's fine. The background check's not a bad thing. You know, just roll with it. So those of you that don't know Zebra, you know, be her friend and visit her channel. Deborah, visit their channel, and you know, make friends. United we stand, as I say here. This Prop 13, Zebra, have you done any more research on that Prop 13? Because that's gonna isolate you guys over there in Europe, from what I understand, if it goes through, and it's gonna cause problems for us here in the States, and you being able to get our videos out there. And so we all need to be, I guess, doing videos for that. You're welcome, Zebra, my pleasure, for sure. Like I say, Elf Lord's Journey, he's an artist, and he teaches how to draw. He draws. He has a huge selection of different varieties of artwork. And it's under review, okay? Because, you know, from what I was hearing recently was that Prop 13, if you've got music in the background, maybe it's a YouTube upload or something, it may hinder videos being heard by you guys or seen by you out there in the UK. If you don't own it, or if I'm drinking a Coca-Cola and you happen to see it's a Coca-Cola, you know, that could hinder my video from being played out there in Europe, because I don't own the rights to that Coca-Cola bottle, you know, labeling from Coca-Cola. It could cause issues for you guys just to being able to view it. I mean, they're being really anal, as we say here in California, here in the States, anal, known as anal retentive. They got a stick stuck somewhere. It's about control, though. Yeah, it is very ridiculous. Very. But it's about control. They're trying to group us down and isolate us and control the population as they continue to try to override our Constitution that we need to learn more about, and that I'm talking about on my Thursday night channel with hashtag Insane Friends. I have a friend that teaches the Constitution. I was going to his class regularly. I was unable to continue to go, and I haven't been, but he's uploading videos to his channel, which is David V. Gibbs here on YouTube. Heading to one world. Yes, it is heading to a one world government. That's what they're pushing, and it's all part of the plan. And so they're rounding us up around every corner and kind of building this hedge around us, this wall around us. The problem I have with the wall, the Mexico wall, is the same wall that keeps them out, keeps us in. And as Christians, we need to pray and be active. Not just pray, but pray and be active. And, united we stand, and God going before us, who can be against us? God going before us, the battle's already won. And so, but we just need to step out on faith and do what we know to do, and know that Constitution and hold them accountable to it. Something people don't stop to think about in general is when we go into the armed forces, we take an oath and swear to defend our Constitution with our life. We swear to defend that Constitution and uphold it when we join the military. If the powers that be are going to just walk all over it because it don't fit their agenda, no, we need to hold them accountable to it, but we need to know it to hold them accountable to it. So we need to learn it. And David V, as in Victor, V Gibbs, here on YouTube, has quite a bit of information on his channel, and he's given me permission to show his videos, because I told him, because of the copyright laws and whatnot, I may need to get a letter from him stating to YouTube if necessary, and he says no problem. And then there is the 1976 Information Act for training purposes and for teaching purposes and for learning purposes. You're able to show content for that reason, and you're within the law. But not everybody's aware of that. And so on my Jimmy Evans upload, the Bible study on marriage, I have that in the description. And, it spells it out. But bottom line is we need to know our Constitution. We need to learn it. And David V. Gibbs has written, 6 books, 5, 6, 7 books. Different angles, different on the Constitution that are available. He just has one, a new one he just made available, or is available to the public. You can find it Zondervan's, and I believe he said eBay, as well as his website, which is politicalpistachio.com. You can scroll to the bottom of the page if you don't see access to his book anywhere else, or davidvgibbs.com. You can find his books. But he has a class available here every Tuesday here in Corona, in California, that he's been doing for years. And good guy, Christian. And I'm glad he's doing what he's doing. There needs to be more knowing it so we can teach it ourselves and make it available to the population. And on YouTube to the world, right? Knowledge is power. We need to know it. And David really simplifies it and makes it simple to understand. This Thursday I'll be having another one of his videos up, and we'll be discussing words. Words have meaning. Words have meaning, and we need to know what words mean, especially when it comes to our Constitution and to laws. So anyways, I'm glad you dropped in here, Elf Lord's Journey. On Wrenches and Borders, I spoke with him. Somebody hacked his channel, and he had trouble with his channel, and he created a temporary YouTube channel, but he mentioned he was going to go on a vacation and do some things, and so I don't know if he's on his vacation right now, but that's just to give you a heads up on Wrenches and Borders. I haven't heard from him for a few weeks. Yeah, his channel, something about an email and got misplaced or something, and somebody hacked his channel and his Facebook, I think he said. And you know, before I use my computer, I'm putting a protection on my computer before I start using it for YouTube. That's for sure. There's Spybot Search and Destroy by Safer Networking. That's .net. Spybot S&D .net. Certain Safer Networkings. How we doing there, RG Homestead, my friend? Haven't seen you for a while. You have to go back and do a replay. I planted tomatoes. The potatoes are taking off. I mean, they're like, shoot, almost 2 foot tall now. You'll have to see do the playback so you can see the update on those. And so we just planted some tomatoes, all natural, one organic, and a spearmint plant. Out West Home says hi home, hi RG. And I wonder why you haven't seen him. Yeah, Elf Lord's Journey. That's what happened with him. He's coming back. Last time I talked to him, I was telling him how he could retrieve his email. And he was working on it, but like I said, he was saying that he was going to go to Tennessee or something. He was going to go on a vacation. But I'll have to give him a call and see what's up with him for sure. But anyways, yeah, I'm glad you dropped in, and I'm not sure how long you've been here, RG, maybe for a while, I think. So we'll see how I've made cages for my tomato plants. I closed in the top over them with the wire. Heading over to Two Cedar Micro Farms Live. All right. Catch you on the rebound there, Elf Lord's Journey. And thanks for dropping in. It's good to see you. God bless and enjoy. I got to get ready and study for my class tonight. So I'm going to have to hop off here as well. I'm taking a counseling class. So I was wondering what happened to him. I found for a while which Wrenches and Borders. Yeah. Yeah, somebody screwed with his channel, and last time I talked to him, he was in the process of trying to recover it, and I gave him some information to help him do that, hopefully. And I guess I need to touch base with him and say, hey, you know, where you at? How's it going? But I haven't done that yet. But I got a class I'm going to, studying to be a counselor, and I gotta prepare for that. Hey, they are counseling their live streams. He's not feeling good tonight. Huh? They're counseling what live stream? RG? And who is he? You're saying you're not feeling good tonight? I'm not quite following you. I'm not sure what you're saying there, RG. They are counseling the live stream. He's not feeling good tonight. I'm not sure. Is that a typo? Oh, are you talking about micro farms? Are you telling our Elf Lord's Journey that micro farms isn't? Alright, that's what I thought you were saying. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to get off here myself so I can spend an hour or so preparing for my class tonight. And a few times, you know, it's shown up here. It wasn't supposed to. I didn't know. But people got some free info, so that's all good. Hey, haven't seen you for a minute there, Will. Arnold. Yeah, thanks for dropping in there, Arnold. You're going to have to do a playback on my video. And watch the first video. I didn't go live. I'm making cages for my plants to keep the animals, keep the critters out. Because we've got squirrels that want to eat them, and we have ground squirrels, that is, and rabbits that want to eat everything. So I've had to protect them. Got to put a cage around my veggies to keep the thieves out. So I show you how I made enclosures, cages for my vegetables. And yeah, I've been busy editing. All right. I saw your last videos. You did a really good job with that stream and the wildlife and the birds in the background and the scenery and never ending. All right. All right. No, it doesn't end. Like I was just saying, I gotta jump off here so I can spend some time studying for this counseling class I'm taking. And well, do a playback there, RG. You can do a playback right now. Just tap your screen when that little red marker lights up. The tracer, you know, the timeline tracer. Tap it, it'll light up, and just pull it back right here on your screen or on your laptop, whatever you're using, and you can watch the beginning of the video. I don't know if you're aware of that or how to do that, but that's how you do it. Just been letting my channel sit. Okay, well, the last video you did, like I said, where you were out there outdoors, you know, and you're out there by that stream, and you got, you know, the birds in the background, and you know, you're just out. That was a good video. No problem. You know, I'm hoping maybe to get monetized one day, you know, so at least I can make a penny or two. I will check it out again. Have fun at class. I will. I'm enjoying this class. Class is really good, you know, and being able to reach out and really help people, you know, in their time of need is important to me, you know. I think there's not enough people out there doing it personally, but my heart's in it, so that's what matters. And yeah, I really am getting a lot out of this class already. Come out with a certificate, so that'll be good. I can do that with mine, but choose not just want to keep it free. Yeah, no. I'm not talking about charging there, Will. I'm talking about being able to put commercials on my videos. You know, make a penny or two. That's all I'm saying. Mine is free. And everything's up close and personal, as you know. Very up close and personal. But, so anyways, yeah, I'm just saying. Well, my wife's telling me I need to get off of here. Yeah, put ads on mine, but I just choose to leave them. Well, that's fine. But you have to have 4,000 hours. That's the punchline, is getting those 4,000 hours. Since I've started YouTube, last night I was looking, I have like almost 50,000 views I do not have 4,000 hours, not that I know of. You know, if YouTube was to say, hey, you hit your 4,000 hours, you know, we want to monetize you, I'm going to be blown out of the water because I don't, I'm not even close based on what I'm seeing. And to have almost 50,000 views, that's unbelievable. But I'm not monetized. I don't even have the hours. Last count, I had like maybe 500 hours. Not, that's far from 4,000 hours. But anyways, if it happens, it happens. You know, if not, I'm having fun, and it's important to me is to help people out, and you know, the projects they're doing and things they're trying to accomplish. And if they need that information, it's here. It's available. They can find it on my channel. If I'm doing it, they're gonna learn how to do it, and that's what matters. I gotta finish putting up that clawfoot shower curtain ring. I've taken a little break from that, and I gotta get it mounted. I gotta get the mixing valve in, the shower riser pipe in, and a block mounted between my ceiling joist and my attic, a 2x4 block or 2x6 block to mount the bracket to hold up the ring. So I'm going to be doing that here real soon and complete that video, that series. So, alright, well, I'm out of here. Thank you for everyone that's here. And I appreciate everyone that shows up here after the live stream. Even if you're surfing through my video, I appreciate you being here and checking it out. So remember, God bless, take care, united we stand, and united we make it happen here on YouTube. So take care, God bless, bye for now, and never give up, because there's always a way, always. Yes, and thank you, RG. You bet. Time is now. Bye. And have a good night. Catch you on the rebound.